In this video today, I want to be going over how a technique called authority farming lands me clients that paid me $6,000 to $7,000 up front. And this is the exact same methodology that I teach to my own clients and we implement into their businesses. And it allows us to basically have a seamless closing or sales process where people are basically coming onto the call already with a game plan and they're just ready to buy it. We don't have to handle many objections. We don't have to completely shift their limiting beliefs. We don't have to chase them after that call to beg us to pay us this high ticket price, which in fact, they're more kind of chasing us. And even if they say they need to think about it, they actually get back to us. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So I guess just for reference, I mean, this is my own Stripe screenshots right here for just December 2025 alone. Right now, it is the 16th of January, meaning that literally last month, we've just had these payments come in, which was £5,000 up front, 2,500, 2,500, 2,000 pounds. Obviously, I'm taking payments in pounds because I am in the UK, but £5,000 alone is about $6,700 if I'm not wrong as of currently. So we're basically collecting these payments without needing any case studies. I really don't get people asking me case studies. I think I've had it twice in just the last year of actually running this company. I don't really have a huge following. I mean, on YouTube, I have roughly about 2,000 subscribers as of currently. And on Instagram, I do have 19,000 followers, but I do not post on Instagram. I do not really share much on Instagram. I mean, you can take a look. I have story highlights, but that's pretty much all I do. But I do not acquire clients through Instagram because I just don't need to. And last but not least, I am able to collect these payments without needing a Rolex or without showing any Lamborghinis. Why? Because they're just stupid expenses. They don't have a good ROI on buying them, which in that case, I don't need to buy any of them in order to be able to take these payments in, as your average guru will probably tell you to flex that type of stuff. Now, just diving straight into the nitty gritties, I think it's very, very important to identify why most coaches actually struggle to close deals. Because if you're a coach or a consultant right now and you're not making as much as you want to be making, you're probably getting objections like these. Objections like, can you send me over the invoice and I'll get back to you? Or I need to do a little bit more research before continuing with your service. I'll have a word with my wife and then I'll get back to you. And hint, hint, they just completely ghost. Or I just need to sleep on it before making a decision. And they're just very adamant on the fact that they don't make decisions without sleeping on it. But if you get any of these objections, the chances are that these people actually ghost. And maybe 1 every 20 people actually get back to you and move forward with your service. Now, the whole point of this video is to eliminate that. This honestly took me tens of thousands of dollars to even learn. And it did take me a long time to actually install and understand how to actually prevent this issue. Now, by the end of this video, my aim is to basically help you just build a ladder to just hopping over the objection wall. You don't want to be like these two little idiots right here standing in the objection wall, hoping that one day the gods will just shine down on them and that they won't get any more objections. I want to give you the ladder in this video so you can just place it up against this brick wall right here and just hop straight over it. Why? Because all these payments that I've just showed here and all the payments for my clients, we do not get asked for case studies. Not really any of my clients have huge followings and none of them really have to show a Rolex or any Lambos to be able to sell. These people get on a sales call with a game plan to already buy. It's not a if I'm going to move forward with this, it's how can I move forward with this? It's a completely different mindset. They come with a game plan. And that call is not spent changing their limiting beliefs and convincing them why this business model is for them. That sales call is spent just going over the program and how it would, or if it would be a fit for them. And then they're just like, okay, cool, send me the payment link. And then it just goes through. So that's really what the ideal outcome of this video is going to be, is for you to just hop over this objection wall like it's nothing and to get people coming to you, basically almost begging to pay you money. Now, is saying that they're going to beg you to pay you money is a little bit excessive. It is a little excessive. People are not going to beg you to pay you money. However, will they be very much against it, or will they be very fine with you charging them $5,000, $6,000 up front, even $10,000 up front? Yeah, absolutely. So that's really the goal of this video. Now, with that said, what actually is the first step to all of this? Well, first, you want to have the whole 3 right here. People need to get to know you, people need to like you, and people need to trust you in order for them to buy from you. If they don't have all 3 of these, it's going to be very hard to convert someone, which is why in my last video, I said that converting straight from short form is not always the best idea. Can you convert from short form? Absolutely. But then the only reason that converts is because you have a DM conversation with them and you build that trust and likability. And if you're posting stories every single day, you're posting reels every single day, they get to know you that way as well. However, do I think that is the best way of converting? No, because the whole point of this video and the whole agenda to this video is for you to collect these payments without getting many objections. So they need to get to know and they need to like you and they need to trust you. The way you do that is by posting on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever they follow you on. Another good thing to keep in mind is you want to document everything. Documenting is probably going to be one of the largest assets that you have for your own personal brand or coaching business. So what do I mean by documenting? If you have something going on in the day-to-day life of your business, take a picture, video it, post it on your story. Let people see what it's like living in a day in the life of that business that you're actually going to teach. It's very, very important that people get to kind of live it, because when they get to live it, especially if it's funny, they get to like you. If they get to live it, they also get to trust you because they realize you do actually run the business, or you do actually practice what you preach. And most importantly, they get to know you. Now, in order to put this into play, how would we actually do that when we're speaking about YouTube? Now, if you've watched my channel long enough, you know me, I love YouTube. YouTube has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's made my clients hundreds of thousands of dollars. And therefore, I'm a big condoner of YouTube. YouTube is amazing for getting clients. It's amazing for getting leads. And it's amazing for educating people. For when they come to you, they're basically ready to pay you money because you've already given them enough value for your YouTube videos. And that's why it works so well. But this is basically the trifecta structure that I use for my clients and for myself in order to be able to convert on YouTube very, very well. And that is top of the funnel content, middle of the funnel content, and bottom of the funnel content. Now, what actually is that? You can actually implement this into short form. However, long form is obviously going to be the best one. And I am going to use Brez as an example because I think he's absolutely mastered it. So if we start off with top of the funnel content, top of the funnel meaning it's at the top of the funnel, right? The whole agenda to this is just exposure. It's just gathering eyeballs, as is said here. Now, the whole point of videos like these is they basically just appeal to everybody. Anybody can watch this. 21-year-old millionaire's average day. Anybody can watch that. You can watch that with your mom, you can watch that with your kids, you can watch that with your parents, like you can watch that with anybody, right? The whole point of this video right here is 57 minutes of basically him living an ideal life. And that builds a lot of motivation for someone who genuinely wants to live his life, who wants to be able to afford the Porsches, who wants to be able to afford that dream lifestyle. That builds motivation. And most importantly, coming back to these three aspects here, people get to know and like him more. Do they also get to trust him more because he drives a really nice car? Absolutely, but they get to know and like him. Now, this is very contradictory considering I said that you are going to be able to close deals without needing Rolexes or Lamborghinis, and that is absolutely true, but I do want to use this as an example because Brez has absolutely mastered it. Now, here's where really like the money is actually made. The money's really made in this part right here. This part right here is very much giving him exposure. It's giving him clout. It's giving him the respect that he needs in order to convert down here, right? So it is basically the foundation. However, this is where really the money is created. So middle of the funnel is the whole agenda behind that is just that it's educational. Now, this video right here, exactly how to sign 10K a month freelance brand scaling clients. It's easy. That video solves their problem, or at least it makes it seem like it's solving that problem, which is my next point. It's creating productive motivation. When someone watches a video of you teaching them something, they feel that motivation, that they're actually learning something now that they can implement it themselves. But here's the caveat. It's not that easy. They start implementing it themselves and it doesn't exactly go how they want it to go, or they run into some unique issues that your YouTube video did not solve. However, it still makes them feel like they're learning something, makes them feel productive, and therefore it gives them motivation, it gets them to know you, and it gets them to like you, but most importantly, it gets them to trust you because they know that one, you're giving them a lot of value, and two, that you actually know what the hell you're talking about. And that's perfectly leading on to my third point, which is authority positioning. I underline this for a reason. I call this technique authority farming, and that is exactly how you authority farm. You provide people enough value to where they feel comfortable paying you money because they are already almost set on the idea that you are going to make them an ROI on how much they pay you. Really, all business is someone paying you money because they believe that what you are going to give them in exchange for that money is going to be worth more than the amount of money they gave you. In which this case, authority positioning does all of the walking for you. And that leads into my last content type, which is bottom of the funnel. And really the whole point of this is just to convert. Now, this video is literally, I got rich because I stopped giving an F. This really just targets the most aware people. No one's just randomly gonna watch this, okay? It might appeal to quite a few people, but again, no one's just randomly gonna watch it. They don't know who he is. He's sitting in an orange car. He looks young. So not everyone's gonna watch that. But who is gonna watch it is the people who know him. And he sits here for 8 minutes and 56 seconds and basically just spits his own perception. He speaks about how he believes he got rich, and without any scenes, without any huge amounts of editing, just mainly heart-to-heart conversation, almost like a FaceTime. And that feels very, very real. And that really just puts the nail in the coffin because people start to really trust him. His character comes out. People very much, they don't necessarily buy on your product, but they buy on who you are, especially if it's tied to your personal brand. So it's tied to the outcome plus who they think you are. And if they really like you as a person, which that's what the agenda of this video is, they'll be very much sold and it will put the nail in the coffin. And they get to like him because they can see that he is humble. They know that he is intellectual, he's intelligent. They know that he knows what the hell he's speaking about because he's able to just sit down in front of a camera for 9 minutes and really just talk heart to heart with the viewers. Now, with that said, I'm basically saying that you want to be giving a lot of the value away for free, right? Because the more you give away, the rule is the more you'll get back. So you don't really want to be holding back any information when it comes to filming your YouTube videos. Don't feel the need to gatekeep. Don't feel the need to have to hold some information back because you're afraid they're going to copy you. Because matter of fact, that's just not going to happen. If anything, let's actually lay out the pros and cons of someone who you will actually give everything away to, and that is through your YouTube videos. So pros being, they will realize you actually know what the hell you're talking about. A con to that is they will try and implement your value, but then they'll realize that they're still lacking information. Keep in mind, the difference between someone going through your entire YouTube channel and buying a course from you is the fact that your course is structured in a chronological order, and you're able to share resources and templates and SOPs that they wouldn't be able to access through a YouTube video. And that's why they actually pay you money versus just watching your YouTube videos. So if they watch any of these YouTube videos, I can guarantee you that Brez is holding back not necessarily a little bit of information, but there are just specific things you can't share on YouTube that you would be able to share on a one-on-one coaching session, which is what the value is in paying somebody. Now, another pro is they will become motivated by your content. And a con to that is they will believe that they know enough from your content, but will soon be humbled by reality. This is kind of linking into the first point originally, is they think they will have enough information because they will feel productively motivated by your content. They will try to implement it and they will fail miserably. And that is all at your advantage because then they realize that, damn, if he's giving away so much value in these YouTube videos, how much could I get if I pay him money? What is behind those paid doors? Another pro is they will look at you as their go-to for actual value and substance, and plus they will trust you and not doubt your ability to actually help them. This is super important because you know how we spoke about the know, like, and trust aspect? This is the exact same thing. If they get to know, they get to like you, and they get to trust you, they now will not doubt your ability to actually help them, and you will be their go-to to get value and substance out of a YouTube video. And even worst case scenario, if they do not have the money to pay you, they will continue to be the most loyal supporter who will continue recommending your channel to pretty much everybody. So is this really a con anyways? And the last 2 points to this pros and cons table is they'll be thinking that if his or hers free stuff is so valuable, I wonder what's behind those paid doors, which I've just mentioned. But most importantly, they will see you as an expert. And if they see you as an expert and they believe that if they pay you a so set amount of money in order to get a 2x, 3x, 4x return on investment from that, believe me, they will pay you. So in my opinion, the pros far outweigh those cons. And if you don't believe me, give this a try yourself. Give away so much value, don't hold anything back, and just watch the money start flowing in. Now, if you kind of want a proof of concept, this is exactly what I do on my YouTube channel. I do the exact same thing for my clients, and they make a ton of money. So with that being said, that basically takes me to the end of the video. There's nothing else. There's no golden shovel. I'm not going to give you the shiny object that you're looking for in this video. Really, the key takeaway from this video is allow people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. Post valuable content in this exact format that I've just explained: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. And do not hold anything back. The more you give away, the more you will get back. And I can say to you that if you carry on doing this, you'll not be getting any of these objections that we've gone over in this video today. And once and for all, you will have this ladder that you can just place up against this objection wall and just hop right over it, because people will not be asking you for case studies. They will not be saying that you don't have enough social proof because you don't have enough followers. Matter of fact, they don't care how many followers you have, and they won't care whether you have Rolexes or Lambos, Rolexes on your wrist and Lamborghinis in your garage, because you've provided them enough value to where they just genuinely believe you can make them a return on investment from how much they pay you, just based off the value that you've given away in your YouTube videos. But thank you for watching till the end. If you are a coach or a consultant and you want to get a free business audit from me and my team, you can literally book in a business audit call below. First link in the description. with me directly. I go over your coaching business or the coaching business that you want to set up, see if there's anything that I would personally tweak in order for you to have a very sturdy foundation to scale. And then we can speak about whether you always implement it yourself or me and my team can actually help you implement that. But other than that, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.